Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Thursday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hope you didn't spend all your night watching the NBA draft last night. I watched the first 7 picks by mistake
What's wrong with you?
I was eating dinner and the NBA draft was on. I said, well, this is the only thing that's being shown in this establishment.
Tell me about the highlights from the first pick.
I've never heard of the first pick. Is a guy from France. I can't even say his name
Come
properly
on,
right
you
now.
going to do this to me?
Zip. He averaged 10 points a game and 3 rebounds a game last year in France. He's got good height. And a couple blocks in the highlight montage of the Hawks pick.
I was interested in the draft. So
Did you watch the draft?
Yeah, the guy's name is it's hard because it's misleading. He's a Frenchman. It's like Risnacher, but it's Rishnachne or something like that.
Fancy.
Yeah. I was interested in what was going on. I think Bill would be interested because he'll recognize some of the names like Khalil Ware, the Indiana center that we watched, all of us, the 3-legged stool, was drafted by Miami 15th, which I was flabbergasted by. He had terrible body language. Remember that guy?
Oh, yeah. We talked about it all the time.
Palms up the whole game.
15th pick overall to Miami.
I was go ahead, Steve.
No, you go ahead.
I was impressed with the only thing that impressed me. The only thing that impressed me in the draft was top 10 picks, 2 centers taken. I like that.
We're back.
I like that. Top 15, maybe 3. I mean,
I like that.
Because where's the center?
Yes.
Yep.
But in the top 10, 2 of them went. I mean, Edie was 9, and
that's right to Memphis, I believe, right?
And, here's the deal.
And the Connecticut guy went 7th, I believe.
Klingon.
Yeah, Klingon dropped off the face of the earth because he went to Portland. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he might as well went to.
Yeah.
We'll never see him ever
Yeah,
again.
no, we'll never hear from him again.
Yeah.
He'll be in the witness protection program. The first pick was Zachary, and I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's spelled Risacheder. So I think it's Rochier or something like that. The Hawks took him. He's a Frenchman. The Wizards took a Frenchman named Alex Czar. Alex, my grandson, says Czar is a future all-star. Now, he got the finals wrong, I know. And he said that
Mavericks.
Yeah, and he said that another guy was a future all-star. I'll find while we're doing this, though, you guys would be interested in Edie. I mean, Edie went to Memphis.
Yeah.
So he's going to be with Jaw and Jaren Jackson.
How about that?
Now, that's a loaded up roster, and he could start there. Edie could start for Memphis.
I just love the fact that it was.
They're loaded.
So
they got that.
There's always bust. There's always bust. But the people making these decisions they spend their life in the NBA and basketball. So there's always going to be bust, but they have some ideas. And remember, as before, it was like they said Edie was undraftable. That was said a year ago. Not being drafted.
He was seen as a late second round draft pick
at best.
And now he was ninth. So it's Edie, Ja, Jaren Jackson, and Desmond Bain. Memphis will be good, and I'll tell you something. Memphis will sell out. I mean, that place will be sold out all the time.
When was the last time you watched Edie play, and you're like going, "I hate how he plays. He's not a teammate. He's poor body language. Never.
Intangibles are through the roof. Good.
Fran Fraschilla says he's one of the best big men in the last 25 years, probably the best.
Well, the thing with him also is that he plays all the minutes. He wasn't playing 20 minutes.
Yeah.
He was playing 37 minutes a game. Like, that has to mean something for an NBA team. He doesn't need to go spurts. He can play almost the whole game.
He might be able to start there. You pair him with Jaren Jackson. Now, I don't know if you guys know who I'm talking about. Jaren Jackson. When I was in Memphis, we saw him play the Magic, and he dominated the game. He scored 30-plus points. He's a power forward. He could play center, but I think if you pair Edie and Jackson with Ja.
Think who passed on Edie out of college?
Who?
Well, everybody almost
basically
did.
Everybody.
Basically, I mean, they did.
He was a project, though.
He was a project. He didn't start at IMG. He wasn't on the.
He did not.
Did not start at IMG. Purdue says we're going to take a shot at this guy.
9th overall.
Pick.
Klingon went 7th overall. You guys see, we can speak with some authority on this. Don't act like we're stupid. You watch Klingon and Edie in the national title game. I thought Edie was better.
I did too, and I thought going into it just the opposite.
100.
Just the opposite.
Same.
Just the opposite.
I was shocked by it.
I left and I go, hang on a second.
Right.
Here. After that game was
Edie
over.
looked better. Jake, you watched it.
I did.
You have opinions?
I thought that Edie looked great in that game. Again, Purdue got rolled by the end at the end of it by UConn.
I thought the draft was fairly interesting, actually.
Well, I just didn't know.
Here's another interesting thing about it that freaks me out. This is the kind of stuff that freaks me out. The Spurs took Stephon Castle. You know who he is, too. You guys watched him. He played for UConn. They were saying that he could have been 1 overall if he had a better jump shot. I see no 1 overall in Stephon Castle. He averaged 11 points a game at UConn. Shot 29.7% from the three-point line. And he's the 4th overall pick. And what's he got?
Yeah. And Connect went 17th.
Connect.
From
There's
Tennessee.
another. That's another interesting one.
Story. You thought he would be a top 10.
Well, yeah. I mean, there was talk of that.
He was like, 6th or 7th on their original board of best players in the draft.
When he went to the Lakers. Yeah, he went to the Lakers.
So that's a good draft value for the Lakers then.
I think so. I think it was a good pick for the Lakers. He's really aggressive offensive player. And then I quit at Tristan Da Silva at 18. Alex was talking me through it. He didn't know much about Da Silva. I don't know anything about it.
Also, I believe in the top 20. Mike, did I see this wrong? Because I was blown away by it. The University of Colorado had two picks.
They did. Well, Da Silva is one of them.
Cody Williams was one.
They barely made the tournament.
Yeah.
And they had two first-round top 20 picks. Top 20.
The Orlando Magic took Tristan Da Silva from Colorado at 18. And Cody Williams, that Jake mentioned, 10th. He went 10th to the Jazz. You're right. They had a 10th pick and an 18th.
Imagine that.
Colorado.
Barely made the tournament.
Weird.
That's incredible.
It is incredible. I'm trying to think, like, if Nebraska, when they had Ty Lue and Benson, they made the tournament.
Well, Benson was the last pick of the second round.
Yeah, it wasn't quite
He wasn't the first round draft.
And Lou was low, too, in the first round.
But he's a first rounder, though.
Yeah, he was low, though. So not quite the same. Yeah, that's amazing. That is amazing. Colorado, you say they
NBA.
Didn't, you said they didn't make the tournament?
I think they did.
They did make it.
Were they a play-in?
They were,
team?
I think they're an 11 seed, I want to say.
11 or 12. Barely made it.
Yeah, Jake, so I was surprised by your posture on the draft.
I just told you this.
It wasn't bad.
I'm watching the draft.
What was the third highlight?
I see the 3rd overall pick, Reed Shepherd from Kentucky.
Yeah, shooter.
Freshman of the year in the SEC, goes to the Rockets.
Mm-hmm.
And I just enjoyed because they were showing the montage and doing the rap the analysis of the pick. And the third highlight they show of him in the montage is him making a free throw. And they said he makes his free throws. I said, that's an important thing. I'm not trying to shoot that down. It's very important to make free throws. Here. But I thought it was a little odd.
No, you better be careful.
When in the montage, they're showing him making a free throw.
No, you're doing it wrong.
Why?
Because Shepherd shot 52% from the three-point line. That's an incredible number.
I said free throw.
Free throw.
I know, but you're downplaying Shepherd.
No, we're not downplaying at all. No, that's not your normal thing, Steve.
What? To show him a free throw?
Showing a free throw.
I'm not downplaying
your third pick.
I'm not downplaying Shepherd.
They just showed him shooting a free throw. That's not a bad thing.
Then they said he makes his free throws. Was a comment on it.
Makes him
show him hitting a couple threes. How about that?
52% from the 3-point line.
That's ridiculous.
My God, he's the best shooter in the world.
Still only about 12 points a game, I believe, this year at Kentucky, but he's got potential. Reed Shepherd does.
Yeah.
Baylor Shireman of Aurora.
Oh, where'd he go?
Creighton, South Dakota State goes the last pick to the Celtics, so he goes to the world champions in the last pick of the first round.
Oh,
final pick of the first round. Baylor Shireman goes to the Boston Celtics, the new champions of the NBA.
Nice.
Wow,
not a bad place to end up there. Tough to crack a spot there with how loaded they are on that team, but still, you're going to a winning franchise right now.
Man, he went in the first round.
He did. He was the very last pick. Also, a guy that we watched a lot this year in the Big Ten, Terrence Shannon, goes in the first round to the Timberwolves.
27.
That's a team again that's
a dangerous team.
Western Conference Finals, had a chance to go all the way to the finals. They didn't get that done. They lose the Mavericks, but they're close.
The Timberwolves got a big trade. They got the guard from from the Spurs, right?
Yep.
Dillingham, is that right?
Yeah, they did.
That was in the draft.
Oh, listen to you.
Yeah, NBA. It's what
listen
I do.
to you.
Yeah.
They did.
The Spurs took him and immediately traded him to the T-Wolves after that.
Those moves
Dillingham.
matter. I mean, the Celtics won an NBA championship because their front office made great moves. The moves that you see now matter. I mean, you don't know if they're going to pan out or they're going to be busts, but they matter. And the Timberwolves appear to be making really good moves. Shannon is 23 years old, by the way. He'll go in there and play, I imagine. Right?
I'd be shocked if he didn't.
Right.
He can run the court. I mean,
you saw him. See, I say to you guys watched a lot of basketball. You know what's going on. Shannon can guard and he can score. He'll play.
He can put up 40. He can play great defense. That's important.
he can go to the
for that
rim.
team.
Yeah, really.
Goes to the rim.
I think he matches the energy.
Goes.
He matches the energy of Anthony Edwards very well. Man, Anthony Edwards is an alpha dude with the Wolves. I think Shannon will mesh very, very well with
100
in that team. So it's fun. The T-Wolves all of a sudden are not a joke anymore.
No, they're not.
They were a joke of the league for 20 years. 20 since Kevin Garnett left to go to Boston. They've been a joke of the league. Now they might be a favorite to win the conference next year with Denver and maybe the Mavericks, obviously.
I get what you're saying too, Jake, on this draft. There's a lot of players you don't recognize. There's a lot of Euros.
When you read where everyone came from, it's bizarro world.
Where they came from, yeah.
It's like, whoa, where? Even what college they came from.
Sometimes, yeah.
Is it? Would either one of us yesterday said, I'm pretty sure Colorado will have 2 in the top 20. No.
I've never heard of Tristan DeSilva.
No, I have no idea.
I don't think I've heard of him. Maybe seen him.
You were maybe more in tune to this before than me and Bill. What was this? The first overall pick? Was he the likely pick overall?
Yes.
Was this a surprise at all or not?
No surprise.
Okay. This was supposed to be the number 1 overall pick.
Was
the Frenchman.
Yeah, in fact, 1 and 2, both the Frenchmen, 1 and 2 were projected that way. So yeah, no surprises there.
I have something else that I think is pretty shocking.
This is idle chit chat.
Yeah, idle chit chat. This shocked me. This took me back. I'm appalled about what's going to happen here, and I don't know if it's whatever you guys think on it. Al Michaels.
Oh yeah, AI
has agreed to do.
Save it. Save it.
Okay.
Save it.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Save it. I haven't read the rundown. I haven't done that.
Okay, that's good.
Don't do that often.
That's a
well, I want to keep it. I want to keep it a surprise.
Don't talk. Next segment we'll bring.
You want
to
be spontaneous?
We'll bring up
you always
the
say
Al
save it for the radio.
Next segment.
I usually do read it. I just didn't last night. A lot of things going on.
Yeah, we'll pause.
I went to Parker's last night.
Which one?
Ashland.
You did not.
Spot.
Yeah,
that's a great spot.
Yes, I will say this.
You went there. Huh?
That everything was great. Service was great. Food was great. We had to meet Housemender's parents, Leighton's parents, to talk wedding stuff. So we met out there.
Leighton.
So it was just me and Kelly and Shane and Laura. But I don't know if they make it in house. I could bathe in their blue cheese dressing.
Whoa, really?
Whoa!
It is
blue cheese.
It was so good. I had a side salad, and that was my highlight of everything there was.
You didn't embarrass yourself, did you?
What's that? I don't think so. I can though. I've done it before.
I have to.
Yeah, that's where you were at when they asked if you were. I thought you were working out.
Adam.
Was that where you were at?
We were standing outside afterwards, and he looked at my belly. He said, "I thought you said you're working out."
Come on, man.
I said, "I just ate like 3 things of cornbread." So.
Yeah. No.
Anyway,
I went with the rib tips, and you have to eat them with your hands. There's no way you can't.
Oh, the rib tips are really good.
You can't eat them with a fork. And, oh no.
Oh God.
No, because they're these little bits of bone with meat on them.
Okay.
So there's no way to. I told him, I said, listen. Everybody apologize, but I'm going in hands first.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I think you're all right. The ribs there are really good.
Yep.
Like, really.
So it was my first time. I've driven by.
It's a good spot.
I've eaten food from there that had been catered numerous times.
We'll go there sometime. It's a great spot because you get the Highway 6.
Oh yeah,
glorious Highway 6.
It's a great highway.
Yeah, you can kind of get your mind right before whoever you got to meet and get your kind of bearings. You know, life moves fast.
You do a live remote out there. No one would be there. But
we should do that.
No, there'd be
from the Parker's parking lot or inside the restaurant.
There'd be people.
We could do that.
There'd be people there. I'm glad you had a good dining experience there.
And the blue cheese dressing. I'd like to know.
Blue cheese.
Do they make it in house? I want to know.
Bill wants to bathe in it.
It's so good.
Wants to bathe in blue cheese.
That should not be your highlight, the salad at a barbecue place, but it really caught me.
Blue cheese
really caught me.
See, I won't do blue cheese, but it's fine. I mean, 6:15.
Anything else you have?
No, I don't think so. No, I was super busy yesterday, but I did prepare for the show. I read the rundown.
Well, the rundown came out as a Parker's.
Yeah, well, we will get to the Al Michaels thing next segment. And I think we'll have some audio from that also.
Really?
Yeah, it's a weird story.
It's getting weird out there, Bill.
It's getting really weird. When I heard
this one's extremely
When I
weird.
heard about it this morning, I was like, I was appalled.
Yep. Yes.
Okay.
So,
Taken back.
That's a tease.
That's a tease. Next segment.
We gotta get
yes.
Schloss
That
now.
is Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by our friends at Newton's Lawn Care. Please call or text Andrew at 402-440-6297 for all your lawn care needs this summer and going on. So let's get back to the story that just keeps fascinating us in college baseball. That's Jim Schlossnagle. We go back to Monday. Texas A&M loses 6-5 to Tennessee to lose the national championship, first ever title for the Volunteers. Would have been the first ever title for A&M in baseball. The next day, Schlossnagle is on to Texas, despite saying in the postgame he's not going anywhere. A&M was his dream job. He's going to be here the rest of his life. He had a press conference yesterday where he was donning the Texas attire. He's the new head coach at Texas. He actually issued an apology to the reporter. I have audio of that, Sip.
Do you?
Bill.
Good job.
Yeah, thank you to young Ben for cutting
Jake,
this up.
Ben.
So Schlossnagle apologized to Richard Zane
Yes, here it is right here. Here's the
of Texas Ag, or was it
TexAgs. TexAgs.
.com.
Here's the apology from Jim Schlossnagle.
When the game ended, I want to publicly apologize to Richard Zane from TexAgs. He's a young reporter. He asked the question. That was an obvious question. I wish I could have answered that better. But in the moment, 30 minutes after the last pitch, all I could think about was our players. And I really wasn't in the mood to talk about myself or the future. So I apologize for that to Richard.
Okay, we got an apology there from Schlossnagle to the reporter.
Kind of an excuse apology.
Pretty average apology.
Yeah, it's pretty average.
Did not feel there's not one that did not feel like from the heart. No.
I wondered what you would think. I did when I read it, and I thought the same thing. That it felt like an excuse. I was thinking about my players. No, you weren't.
Doesn't sound like
No, there's no chance.
I don't think you were.
No, because right now he's going like, how is this going to go over tomorrow?
Yeah, that was a half-hearted apology at best.
Now, there's one more thing also from Schlossnagle. He was asked a question. We'll play the question. But did he mislead people through this entire process? Okay. Here's Jim Schlossnagle with the question and the answer from him yesterday.
Coach, on Monday night, you said that you went to Texas A&M with the idea of it being a last job, and then you said that your mind hadn't changed beyond that. So, number one, what changed, and then number two, what would you say to those Texas A&M people that supported you that feels like that you intentionally misled them?
Well, I didn't intentionally mislead them. And that's a very fair question for you to ask because that is what I said. In that moment, that's exactly how I felt. At 50 years old, you got to understand, and Chris would probably back me up on this, I love TCU. My children grew up there, Fort Worth. I was there 18 years. And it had to be a very unique situation for me to leave that at 50 years old. I love Coach Garrido, but I hope I get to coach here for a long time. But I don't really have any plans on coaching to 75, 78 years old. So I made that choice because it aligned both personally and professionally with what I had going on at the time. And I loved it. And I dove in with every single ounce of me to help A&M have the very best baseball program it can possibly have. And that investment lasted through the last pitch of the national championship game. It never wavered, not 1 second. I don't care what anybody says. As Chris likes to say, we have jobs and try to run a business on other people's passion. And if I had left Texas A&M for some other school in a different part of the country, the interesting text messages and messages that I got yesterday probably wouldn't have happened.
There you go. Jim Schlossnagle. Did he mislead people? His comment on that. Now, we had seen an article sent to us on the group chat that maybe there's some conversation about this being done before the regular season was even over. The regular season, not the postseason, the regular season.
Yeah, that threw a lot of confusion into the whole conversation, right?
It did.
Was he ever asked yesterday in the press conference? Was he asked the question, was this a done deal prior to? Because
here's what the report was. The deal between Texas and Schlossnagle was made before the end of the regular season. It was made after a series against Georgia, and I think there was 2 other series to go in the season. So it was done. What the report said is the deal was actually done in late April. So I don't know. I don't know if anybody asked him about that or not. That just adds to the confusion. And I think the problem with Schlossnagle is, and the problem with his press conference after the College World Series game on Monday night, is it's hard to give him the benefit of the doubt on anything now. You know?
And if you come out and say, I absolutely did not have any conversations until this morning,
Tuesday,
and then there's some sort of proof later on that you clearly did.
Ooh.
You know, that's always the thing. You go back and hang on. I actually had conversations about this. Can I track this? Can I do this?
It's hard to believe that there was never a conversation until Tuesday morning. But that's what CDC, Chris Del Conte, and Schlossnagle are selling. No, we didn't. Their big thing is, and if you read the article, the ESPN article, they talk about it in depth, that Chris Del Conte drove Tuesday morning to College Station and actually parked in a cemetery for a while to hide in Snook, Texas, which is, I guess, outside College Station, and then drove to his house, drove to Schlossnagle's house, and they hammered out the deal.
Yeah.
And, well, in fact, he lured him. He had to convince him to take the job, and then they got in the car and drove to Austin and hammered out the deal. That's what they say. So it's possible it's true. I mean, it is.
How much are you buying that?
It usually doesn't work that way.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's hard to
But there was
believe. No contact before.
DeBoer going to Alabama is so different because Saban talks about that he was in a meeting, staff meeting, doing things right up until he went into his staff and said, you know what, I'm going to retire. So DeBoer had no idea when he was coaching in the national championship game against Michigan that, you know what, Alabama, you know, that
different.
This is way, 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 way different.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the next day, and then again, the timing it's hilarious to me that you wouldn't be Texas just be kind of like, let's just fire our guy on Tuesday or Wednesday. Then we do something with Slosh on Thursday. They fired him on the day of the championship game,
The morning of.
which exploded for both people. Tony Vitale was also mentioned numerous times to potentially be the target.
Oh, that's right.
And so immediately, if you're both those head coaches, can you imagine when that came out and you're at breakfast, you're like going, oh God.
Right.
Now there's some people probably like Vitale's probably like, I don't care what's going on. I'm coming back to Tennessee. So that's what
This is my program. I'm sticking around.
This is what I'm doing. But that would be a wow moment.
Yeah. The whole thing is, you don't know who to believe. And I'm telling you that Kendall Rogers report throws a lot of confusion into the whole conversation. I mean, Kendall Rogers is dialed in. He's like
He's D1 baseball.
Yeah.
Main reporter. Like
They said-
dude.
He's Shefty.
Yeah, he's like Schefter of the college baseball.
Absolutely.
world.
That is him.
So his report really throws confusion into the whole thing. This could have been done in April, late April. Now, Trev would have been there for a month, by the way, if that was all going on under his watch. That CDC, and Schlossnagle calls him CDC. Again, it freaks me out that all these coaches call him CDC.
The logo.
The logo.
I gotta talk to
Go talk to the logo.
CD Schlossnagle calls him my man CDC.
This was done in April.
This
Come on.
possibly, according to Kendall Rogers, was done like April 27th, April 28th, in that late April, early May time frame. Trev would have been there for a month in that situation when CDC might have been operating behind the scenes.
It's been fun to see the social media posts about Trev Alberts from A&M fans. They're handling it very well down there.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
taking this very
Well,
There's
very
some
well.
funny stuff.
Hated rival.
Yes.
It's an amazing story. And the ESPN article points out that throughout the history of that rivalry, you don't see coaches going from one of those places to the
You don't
other.
see it. No.
And Schlossnagle just did it and was brazen about it. And I'm telling you, I don't think he comes out of this. He looks like a villain. I mean, I think forevermore he looks like a villain. You know,
If you ever wanted Texas baseball to lose,
now.
would be
This
now.
is the time.
Yeah.
This is the time.
They're clearly all alone in this fight, and they're fine. They're
seems
fine
like
with that.
I think they probably
They
are.
are.
And they're probably really good too.
Yeah.
And Schlossnagle, his record is his record. He's really good.
Really good.
I mean, he can get away with being kind of an ass because he's really good.
Yeah, a lot of success at TCU
and
A&M.
UNLV. Yeah,
And UNLV.
Yeah, he's been good. His
Very
record
successful
is
coach.
Yeah, his record's crazy good. I have his.
What
record.
was it in that report, Sip, that A&M players claimed he was recruiting to Texas during the season at all, or not?
No,
Might
that
have been different.
wasn't.
Someone said it might be a different report.
That might have been a
out there.
different report, but his overall record's 945 and 451.
That's pretty.
That's
pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, he wins. He's 59 and 36 in the NCAA tournament. That's another number. Think about that.
Say that again. Record?
59 and 36 in the NCAA tournament. I mean, that's a lot of games is winning a lot.
Pretty good.
Yeah. So there you go.
Jim Schlossnagle, the new head coach of Texas.
Do people think we're talking about Schlossnagle too much?
It's a fascinating offseason
fascinating.
story.
Like I said, if he left to go to USC, not a fascinating story. It's kind of it's odd, whatever you can say. But the two, especially with the combination of Texas coming into the SEC.
Yes.
So now we're back in the same because I mean before the flex was A&M's like, we're in the SEC.
Yeah.
You're in the Big 12.
No.
Don't even talk to me.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me.
Now
it's like, things are there's been a change.
Yeah.
There's been a change.
I believe there's been 5 players who are already going to Texas.
7.
Up to 7 now.
Oh, in the portal.
Okay.
A&M players in the
I
portal.
think they're believed to go to Texas.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think at least majority of them are believed to go to Texas to follow him to Texas. If that's
what
not
a fun. I'll be honest with you. Thank you for doing this. It's June. It's late June. There's not a lot going on. This made things really fun for radio.
Yeah, this is.
Thank
great.
you.
Thank you, Schlossnagle.
You know what? Too?
I do. I thank him.
You know what? People will keep digging into it. I mean, there'll be more that comes out of it.
Yeah, there'll be what they're digging into the most now is some way to prove that these conversations were going on.
And maybe the deal was done.
Yeah,
that's what.
In late April. It's late June. It's 2 months ago. The deal was done potentially.
I mean, Kendall Rogers, he went out and reported it. It's not. I mean, he reported it.
Yeah, he's the top reporter in
This is the
college
Woj
baseball.
of NBA.
And he said this is what's happened. What are the chance that he's wrong is almost none.
I know it's just.
But if you try to convince the world, it's like all of a sudden it's Tuesday morning, like, talking to his wife. Look at this, CDC's calling. Wonder what he's up to. What? Well, I don't know. I've never even thought about
it.
You
guys, Bill, you've asked about public records requests.
Yeah.
This is when you do it.
Yeah, this would be one.
Yeah, this is when you go to Texas and you want all the emails, any correspondences between Chris Del Conte.
It would have
and
to be complete buffoonery if there's anything.
Right.
Because it's like if you really use the
wouldn't be an email,
an email or
I think you get text
or a phone from. Of how that stuff comes up.
It'd be complete buffoon, and it could get, if they did it, it could be kind of hilarious just to see it. But that will happen. I guarantee.
The research will be someone's trying to find the smoking gun.
Yeah, because it's Houston. It's the Houston Chronicle and it's the Austin American Statesman. They don't play around.
No,
they still go at it. You know, those are still institutions that go at it. Kendall Rogers will keep going at it because people are they're going to question his credibility a little bit. Like, what are you saying? So, no, it's not over. It's not over.
Pretty bold report, Kendall.
Really
bold report.
Really bold.
Very bold. Before I get to break, also in the recruiting world, some Nebraska recruiting news. Not great. Dawson Merritt commits to Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
The linebacker from Overland Park, Kansas.
Yeah. That slipped by me yesterday. I just saw it on my text. Yeah.
So Dawson Merritt going to Alabama.
He would have been good. They needed, I think you could always use a Dawson Merritt. They need some linemen right now, offensive. But yeah,
there we go.
Thank you for that news.
Well, people have to know that.
Absolutely,
keep them in the loop there.
Absolutely,
we're not down on you.
No, I'm not down on you. I was a little down on your draft take.
Well, I thought it was funny. The free throws were
the
in
free
the
throws
montage.
funny. The free throws funny.
I want you guys to rewatch the video. They showed free throws very early in his montage.
If you take a running back 8th overall and you show him running inside zone for 4 yards, so it's like, okay, well, that's not really the highlight you're going to show when he gets drafted.
Schlossnagle to Texas. A texter says it'd be like Rule replacing Ferentz at Iowa.
Ugh.
Kind of.
That'd be
great.
repulsive.
Yeah, not as energy charge, though.
Speaking of repulsive, when we come back, Al Michaels, fake Al Michaels, a part of the Olympics? What are we talking about
Can't
here?
believe I almost blew that.
We'll discuss this next in Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company with a passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and air park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Don't wait for Lincoln's fireworks stands to open up. Get the good stuff at Roca Crazy Cracker in downtown Roca. Stop in from June 26th through July 4th for the hot spot for rockets and more this Independence Day. Open 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day. Roca Crazy Cracker Fireworks in downtown Roca.
Do you need motivation to get to the gym on the weekend or even in general? Tune into the Movement Hour each Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. Movement Academy owner Robert Kuhlman will host the show as he introduces new ways to stay in shape. The Movement Hour every Saturday morning from 10 to 11 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through June 30th, they have a special deal for Ticket listeners only. Tell the Meat Market you'd like to try out their fresh pork and bacon patties. When you do that, you'll get 10 6-ounce patties for just $10 with a limit of 10. You must mention this and the Ticket to get the deal. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Vanderbilt. Without a strong IT partner, your business ends up overspending, underperforming, wearing too many hats, complicating your work, and more. Applied Connective Technologies can help with experts in every facet of technology. If it plugs in, powers on, or charges up, they're your people. Imagine being able to call one team for all your technology solutions rather than a village of vendors and providers. For all your needs in managed IT and cybersecurity, phone systems, physical security, infrastructure, and audio or video, head to appliedconnective.com to better your business today.
Vershawn Jackson, the captain here for The Body Shop. And man, did they hook me up with a great massage recently. The captain has a lot of stress in his life, as many people do. And for 1 hour, it was all relieved. The team at The Body Shop gave me a deep tissue massage that hit every area that I was in pain at. Whether you're looking for a Swedish massage, sports massage, deep tissue, hot stone, aroma, or more, there's only one place to go. The Body Shop at 48th NA. Book an appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jake.
Simple, you are an idiot.
Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We'll get to the Al Michaels travesty in a second. Before that, segment 2, sponsored by our friends at Beck's Hybrids. Are you needing a new tractor or side-by-side to elevate your operation? Maybe a boat or a golf simulator when you want to relax a little bit. Beck's Commitment Rewards program offers huge savings and interest-free financing on all these items and more. To learn more about Beck's Commitment Rewards, go to beckshybrids.com and always remember the 3 F's: faith, family, and farming.
They're doing some flexing right now. Bex is. I mean, when you see their product growing, I mean, I know, Steve, I know you don't really look at this as much, but last night, once again, as I was driving back from Parker's, I told Laura, I said, look at the corn.
Were you on Highway 6?
What's that? What's that?
Were you on that interstate?
6, and this is more when I whipped over through Waverly and came in on 148. And I came in through, usually I come through Walton, coming back.
Oh, I
into
know
town.
where you're going. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, come in that direction. But 100. The product that the flexing that they're doing right now, because I've seen some of the Beck's fields, I see the signs up. Whoa! They always
what do
say,
you see?
You see, here's what you see. The old saying: "Knee high by the 4th of July." That's your corn. Right now, it's over your head.
Ooh.
It's over your head.
Yeah,
yeah, it's over your head.
That's
and remember,
that's
they get
genetic freaks.
They get 4 extra ears of corn on each stalk that nobody else does. That's the advantage of Beck's. That's what Alex
has all
sells.
kinds of ramifications.
Yes, it does. And remember, boater safety down in Harlan
teaches that too.
Yeah, teaches that.
Yeah.
Trevor teaches that.
So you were whipping through that. So there's signs in the field that say Beck's.
Beck's when you see it, yes. So you'll see the signs.
I'll look for those.
Yes.
You should.
Also
look for them.
I will.
Also, with Jake didn't want me to say it, but with the free golf simulator, you also get a day with Jake Sorensen.
Ooh.
Jake comes out. They set up the golf simulator, and Jake plays with you.
We have
Jake
100 ounces of beer together.
Yes.
And if
so, it's a day
if
with
Jake's
Jake.
not there, Frosty will be there.
It's one of us, me or Frost.
Both good on
I'm
the
not
golf
sure on that one. I
simulator.
came from.
Both
I'll be
very
there for
strong
sure.
on the golf simulator.
Not sure on that one.
We'll see about that. Thanks to Beck's Hybrids, beckshybrids.com.
Not lowbreds.
No,
Hybrids.
So as Bill
All right, let's go.
as Bill teased in the first segment,
I was just
which-
doing a teaser.
Yeah.
something ridiculous was announced yesterday regarding the Olympic coverage coming up on NBC. NBC has this is not parody. This is real. NBC has announced that an AI recreation of Al Michaels' voice will be part of Peacock's Olympics coverage. The feature will be implemented for Your Daily Olympic Recap on Peacock, which will provide fans with a customized playlist featuring highlights of the events most relevant to them from the previous day. Each compilation will feature clips from NBCU's Olympics coverage, and it'll be narrated by a high-quality AI recreation of Michaels' voice, trained using his past appearances on NBC to match his signature expertise and elocution. You want to hear what this sounds like? Here's a sample. It's your specified Olympic minute. Here is what AI Al Michaels will sound like.
Ty Kelly, welcome to your daily Olympic recap, your personal rundown of yesterday's most thrilling Olympic moments. Since you're a swimming fan, let's head right to the pool. Team USA secured a stunning victory in the men's 4x100 meter medley relay, smashing the world record. Over at the diving venue, Krista Palmer showcased resilience and skill, overcoming past knee surgeries to qualify for the women's springboard final. Meanwhile, a tough break for Canada's Pamela Ware as a failed final dive scored 0, ending her bid for the final. Check out these highlights from yesterday's action.
Okay, there's the AI voicing of Al Michaels. It sounded pretty close.
Sounds good.
Right? It sounded pretty good for Al Michaels.
Sounds pretty close.
Sounds good.
Wow.
There's a lot to
Al Michaels has, first, let's start off with this one. They're paying him, obviously.
A lot.
He's got to be
a lot.
What is he? Upper 70s? Has to be.
Let's confirm.
I'm gonna guess 78 years old.
Okay, hang on. I'll get that.
Al's got a lot of money. A lot. I don't believe that at that age that would be what I'd want the end of my legacy to be.
79.
He's 79, and so they're paying him some money. What are you doing when you're 79? That's like, I really need a bunch because I'm going to be, I ski Switzerland a bunch, and I need the extra money for this.
Well, the other part of it is, if this keeps going like this in the world, and guys like that are taking money from young guys like Ben,
right?
Like trying to move up in the world. That's not good either. They must be paying him a boatload. A lot of
what made Al Michaels? Do you believe in miracles?
Yeah.
What if that was AI? Somebody else to get a chance to say it.
I know
because it was Cosell's doing it on AI.
That's weird. I mean,
it's horrible.
When we say better times,
this is not it right now.
Yeah, in the booth. Imagine going to the booth back when it was, like I said, Cosell, Madden.
AI is a strange thing that it's infiltrating our world quickly.
So it's a classic example of, we thought it was super funny when they did the Brian Ferentz stuff, right?
Yeah.
We laughed.
We made
and
fun
now,
of that.
now it's getting real.
Yeah, it's getting
now it's getting real.
No, you got it.
Now it's getting real.
And
it's now I was so taken back. And then I love Al Michaels. This I didn't like this.
Now he is quoted in this article.
Please read what he says.
From the NBC press release.
Okay.
Al Michaels says, quote, "When I was approached about this, I was skeptical, but obviously curious. Then I saw a demonstration detailing what they had in mind. I said, I'm in."
Then they showed me the money.
Al Michaels.
They showed him the money.
Right.
I mean, he's getting a lot of money. I know he is.
It's millions.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing that bothers me about it. If you heard that, you were driving in your car and you heard what we heard, you might say, cool. Al Michaels is kind of still doing some stuff.
Yeah.
Then at some point you might hear, no, that's not. So you'd have to explain it to an older person. No, that's not him.
Yeah.
It's something called AI. And there'd be confusion. Like, what are you talking about?
And they say, what's AI?
That's not Al
The older
Michaels.
person.
No, that's not Al Michaels. It's a computer generated thing. Then your whole world would change. Like,
yes.
Okay.
Is that real? Is this real?
Right. Why is it good? Why can't Al Michaels just do it? That's my question.
Yeah, that didn't sound that stressful to me.
No.
To read this script.
Why can't he just do it?
Well, again,
do we just
who
sound
would
like
support-
old? Do we sound
Who
old?
would support this? I would say even the youth would be like, no, we'd rather have the real guy talking. I can't imagine going, I'd love a computer voice instead.
No,
See, the reason why that can't happen is because everyone gets to specify what they want for their playlist. Like, this is specifying. If you want diving and track, whatever you want, you get to choose your own highlights. That's why they're doing AI. So he can't do millions of different 30-second recaps. That's why they're doing it. I think it's still stupid to hear an AI version of Al Michaels. That's just explaining why they're doing this. It's part of your specific daily Olympic recap on Peacock for you.
Mm-hmm.
So he couldn't do a million of those, but it's still dumb. This is ridiculous.
I think it is, or would people say we just need to change with the times? You guys sound old and outdated. Just get with it and don't worry about it. Are we hearing that on the text line, Jacob?
It's getting really scary is what it is. It's way more scary than even dumb. It's scary.
Yeah, because of what I said, there'll be people that think that's actually him, and they might think that's kind of cool. Al Michaels doing some stuff.
And then what else? Where's AI at 5 years from now?
Well, writing stories. I
It's
mean,
everything.
it writes
It already is
stories
writing
now.
stories.
Yeah, it's writing game stories.
Yeah.
There's no personality in them. They're very mechanical.
All mechanical.
Yeah, but you see, newspapers are using them. I mean, they're using them for their game stories. But they're not popular though. People don't like them. I mean, they're like, this is very stale.
I've read a couple of these, like for like a preview of a baseball game or a basketball game. It's terrible.
Right.
It is absolutely terrible.
Yeah, you kind of
It's
know when
stale.
you're reading
There's-
it.
You
Yeah.
100% know it.
Yeah.
There's no flavor in this. This is just robot writing.
Yeah, but it's a cost-cutting measure, I suppose, for whatever entity we're talking about. But yeah, I don't see any good in it.
What if there's an incredible, controversial, just insane article that comes out, and then Boston Globe, then just like everybody loses their mind. It's like, guys, it's a robot.
Right.
We didn't do it.
Or
it's a robot.
Or what about a game that has an extraordinary happening that needs to be addressed in some way? It can't just be mechanical. So I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. I'm glad you don't like it, but I'd be interested to hear people defend it. Is anybody defending it? Do people like this?
So I wouldn't want to hear anything.
No.
I want to hear nothing.
They're not defending it at all because it's ridiculous.
I wouldn't want to hear anything that wasn't real. If they went back and said, "Hey, we're going to bring back Cosell's voice for something. We're going to do this voice. We're going to bring this person back, or they're going to bring some. They're going to have some commercials at Nebraska this year. They're going to have Lyle Bremser on." I'd be like, "No, absolutely not. He was the original. He was the man. Whoever they were. No, that's." So it's
an alternate reality is what we're talking
Yeah.
about. And the video game world is that too. And the video game world, I noticed it when I was on the trip with the grandkids. They like that better than the real games. And they almost regard it like real games. And then we were driving back and there was they go on this channel and there's commentary on video games. And I'm like, whoa, these guys are like breaking down a game. It's not a real game. It's a video game. I mean, so there's an alternate reality that they live in it gets blurry is what I'm saying. And this is blurry. It blurs the lines of reality and non-reality. And that's what's scary to me and Bill, I think, and you probably.
It is scary.
Like, was that wasn't Al Michaels. I'll be damned. That's scary to
Sounds
people.
just like him. Right.
Yeah.
From Joe and Boulder on the text line, he says, Jake, aren't you a little young to join Sipple demographic yelling at kids to get off the line?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
No, you're not. You're an old soul.
I'm an old soul, but even younger in age, I feel this is stupid. I'm not seeing much defense of it anywhere. Like even if you look at the tweets about it, it's not saying this is awesome. It's saying this is ridiculous. What a shameful thing the Olympics and NBC are doing in Peacock.
It's Chris Collinsworth calling Al Michaels. Al, what are you doing?
I wonder.
He's probably
again check. You got a fat check. I mean,
fat check, but he's 79.
I know. You never know though what a guy's situation is.
It's true.
Anyway,
so there you go. There's the update on the Olympics and Al Michaels' AI voice being the recap.
Let's have to watch this. See where it's happening. And I haven't delved into it too much. I just hear guys I work with talking about it a lot. Like that it's coming.
Are they scared?
What's a little bit? Yeah, there's some concern. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be really concerning.
Yeah.
I mean, what if all of a sudden, what if next year we're not even doing the show?
Just robot voices in here. If it gets really good, I mean, AI will advance and it could get to a point where it does have your personality and things that you would say but I don't know how you address everything. I mean, circumstances that come up like someone falling in the street and us talking about it. I mean, how would you do that? Maybe nobody cares.
No, they do care. When we come back, Rick Haymon song of the day next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Vershawn Jackson, the captain here for the Body Shop. And man, did they hook me up with a great massage recently. The captain has a lot of stress in his life, as many people do. And for 1 hour, it was all relief. The team at the Body Shop gave me a deep tissue massage. They hit every area that I was in pain at. Whether you're looking for a Swedish massage, sports massage, deep tissue, hot stone, aroma, or more, there's only one place to go. The Body Shop at 48th NA. Book an appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring for heavy equipment operators and a heavy equipment mechanic. Working at Gaina Trucking is a great career with excellent team culture, with benefits package including competitive pay based on experience, health, vision, and dental insurance, and a 401k plan. If you're looking for a new job as a heavy equipment operator or mechanic, apply online at GainaTrucking.com or call 402-794-5000. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking.
Want to contribute to medical advancements and get paid for your time? Join a clinical trial at Velocity Clinical Research. Participants can receive compensation, access medicines in development, and get study-related care at no cost. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. Help shape the future of medicine. Visit velocitytrials.com.
Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company with a passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and air park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and right now they are offering huge, and I mean huge discounts at Koppel. Get over $9,000 off list price or 1.9% financing on select Sierras or Silverados, plus Costco members receive another $1,000 off. Yes, that's happening right now in Louisville, $9,000 off list price or 1.9% financing. You pick what works for you. Costco members, please contact us at the store or at koppelcars.com. All deals with approved credit must trade and finance.
Community means something different to everyone. But for me, it means cheering on those around you during the good times and helping them out during the tough times. I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I've been blessed with the support of my friends, family, coaches, and community throughout my life. When looking for a bank to call home, it was easy to choose Midwest Bank. I never feel like just another customer, and they're proud to support their communities. They love what they do, and it shows. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Husker fans, the 2024 Nebraska football season is right around the corner, and they need your support in Memorial Stadium this fall. You can now purchase a Husker football 3-game mini plan for only $170. This plan includes tickets to the UTEP or Northern Iowa, plus Illinois or Rutgers, and either UCLA or Wisconsin games. Tickets are only available while supplies last. To purchase your Husker football 3-game mini plan today, or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red. The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln. Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Move over, Jake.
I'm moving. Jeez.
Thursdays are reserved for a man with a wider range of music knowledge than Jake could ever dream of.
This is the golden era
You would hear this on any radio station. You know, it wasn't like it is now.
Okay.
You know, you got country, you got R&B, you got pop, you got rap, you got rock. They didn't have that then. You heard everything.
A man who knows a good song when he hears it, just as much as a good diamond when he sees it.
You get a diamond!
Yes, I do get a diamond. I get a diamond, and that makes me happy.
It's time for Rick Haymon's Song of the Day, sponsored by Sartor Haymon Jewelers, on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket.
Once again, your song of the day, Straight On by Heart. 464-56851 is bad. 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sartor Haymon Jewelers Song of the Day. Rick Haymon's song today.
Rick had been on about a 2-week slump, maybe 3-week slump. It's over. That's a great song.
Oh, wow.
That's
Okay.
a great song. And no, Jake, I've always thought Heart was crazy good. I don't go buy their stuff, but when I've heard it over the years, and this goes, what did you say, 70?
I didn't say the year on it.
It is straight on. It's 78. They've been doing it for a long time, and they did it into the 80s and 90s. And I've always, when I hear them, I'm always like, oh my God, they're incredibly talented. And I give that an 8.87. I've always thought that was 8.87765. Always thought that was a great song. Great song. I hear them, and
I never heard it before.
Holy God, that's
Never heard it.
amazing. Because that song's played all the time.
I've heard it, but only back in radio days, because it was only a filler song in between. You just didn't switch it because you had the radio on, so it would play. That's how I knew some of the words, because I heard it through that.
Okay.
Yeah, Yawner, Heart. If they were playing next door, probably not going.
Not next door, right across the street.
If they're across the street, no.
I couldn't get you there.
If they're at Embassy Suites tonight.
What if I said, let's go?
Let's go to Embassy Suites tonight.
Yeah.
No. It'd be free drink tickets. It'd still be a hard no.
No?
Yeah, it'd be a
What
hard
if
no.
I was going with you?
It'd be fun. I'd meet you
What if we
before.
double dated?
Meet you before.
I'd meet you
the
before.
concert.
Then you head in. I'm going to veer right. I'm going to give it it's not a 2. It's not a 2. It's a solid 3.6.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a
Solid
lot of
3.6.
disparity this morning. Sips high 8s, Bills in the 3s. I'm going 2.3.
Oh, wow.
It did nothing for me.
I disagree with the filler.
Yeah, it would be
That gets you going there, Sip? That song?
Yeah.
straight on to you.
That really?
Yeah, I like that. There's about 4 songs of theirs I really like, and that's one of them. Yeah. There's some songs of theirs I don't like. That I don't like quite a bit, like Magic Man. Never understood it. Dog and Butterfly will turn it off. Crazy on You.
Crazy on You is good.
Yeah, Crazy on You is a great song.
It's a good song. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good song.
So that song, I'd say, in my opinion, slump over. Let's see what Rick has to say.
Okay. Rick Haymon's with us. Rick, good morning. There's your ratings on the song of the day, Straight On by Heart.
Well, glad to see there's no studio contagion today. Sip is coming out strong. I like that.
High 8s.
Yeah, he's right. He's right on that. Yeah. Okay, so Hart, I'm sorry that you guys thought it was a filler and Hart was a filler, Coach. They're not a filler. They're probably, if you get a chance to ever go see them, they are on tour right now with Cheap Trick.
Now that I would see.
Okay. Well, you'd be highly impressed. These are two women that can rock. Let me tell you that. Real quick story. Back to blue cheese. Parker's has great blue cheese. Do you order extra blue cheese, Coach?
Well, I didn't, and it was a big mistake, Rick. It was probably one of the biggest errors I've made in the last 15 years. So I usually do.
That's saying something.
It is. The last 15 years, probably the second biggest mistake I've made was not getting double order of blue cheese dressing last night
at Parker's.
Yeah, at Parker's.
You know how you go to the restaurant, they bring it out in that little dinky dish?
Yeah.
And there's never enough. So I just always make it a habit to order blue cheese with extra blue cheese, and theirs is great. And the other place that has fabulous homemade blue cheese is Round the Bend.
Oh,
good place.
Okay.
Yeah, great spot.
Okay.
But glad you were out here in the neighborhood last night. You should have stopped by. It was a beautiful
I wanted
evening.
to. I just didn't get the invite. I wanted to be on to get a pontoon cruise.
Well, I
very
didn't know you
social.
were out here.
You're the Bill
didn't know you were
Dance.
out
You're the
here.
Bill Dance of the sand pits out there.
That's right.
Whipping
That's
in
right.
bass.
By the way, yeah, this whole coaching thing, I noticed something. They interviewed him in the middle of the game that final night, and he was sort of hem-hawing around, and I thought, this guy's kind of acting weird. They were down like 3-1 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he was kind of apologetic, like, well, gosh, the guys, they're tired. I just thought it was really weird. And my son lived in Austin for years, and half those people are A&M and all of his buddies, and the other half are UT. They hate each other.
Yeah,
I mean, this is going to be crazy. This is wild. This is like Oklahoma, Nebraska back in the day or something. So, anyway.
All right, Hart.
Okay, so
Hart.
Straight on to you.
We went and saw Hart. So Hart came out. They were a huge hit right away. And when we used to tour up in the Northwest, we played a bunch of gigs where Hart had played previous. They wrote their names on the wall in the green room and all that stuff. So it was kind of fun. But they originally were a Led Zeppelin cover band more than anything. And they were an all dude band, and they hired Ann Wilson to sing the Zeppelin parts. So, and she's very good at it, by the way. But they were a big hit. They came out in the early mid to early 70s, 74, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then they faded. They just disappeared. They had like 2 or 3 huge albums, and then they just disappeared. And Sherry and I went when they were in their faded spot. They were trying to come back. They played at Pershing. This was maybe 86, 85, 84. They hadn't done anything in a long time. You know how they wall off parts of an auditorium with a curtain to make it not look like it's empty? So they had this thing like 2/3 walled off. There was only 1/3 of the seating open, and Hart came out and played. And that's right after when they took off on their second run. They had another huge run with a bunch of records, and they were incredible.
Okay.
Just phenomenal musicians. Hart has been nominated for 4 Grammy Awards, has sold over 50 million records worldwide, including 23 million in the United States. They placed top 10 albums on the Billboard 200 in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2010s. They were ranked number 57 on VH1's 100 Greatest Artists of Hard Rock and number 49 on Ultimate Classic Rock's Top 100 Classic Rock Artists. They're spectacular if you get a chance to see them. They've had a ton of hits, which is one of our questions. So let's get right to it.
Stump the Sippers. Here we go.
Sip.
Yes.
Was Hart's first name the Chicks White Hart, or the Wilsons?
The Wilsons, 100.
You get a CZ. It's White Hart.
I like the confident guess,
I thought
though.
you nailed that.
Confident guess, though, Sip.
Have they had more or less than 8 top 10 Billboard U.S. hits?
That's easy. More.
You get a diamond, 9.
Okay.
I study hard.
I would have said no. I would have said lower. That's interesting.
And our favorite question, are they or are they not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? That's open to anybody.
100% in.
Yeah, in.
You're all saying in. You all get a diamond. 2013.
God.
2013.
2013. Wow.
11 years in. Very nice.
Yeah, if you get a chance, go see them. They're on tour. You know, these people are getting old. They ain't going to be around much longer. And Nancy Wilson, Ann's sister, the guitar player, who's also a singer, but Ann's the main singer.
Okay.
You get a chance to see them. That chick can rock.
Okay.
She is incredible.
Okay,
Is there
Rick.
any chance that Cheap Trick goes back to Budokan?
That'd be good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll get a GoFundMe for that one.
Live at Budokan was a
That's
great
incredible.
time in our lives.
It's a great time in our lives.
It was.
Yes,
I'm not
it
joking.
was.
Yeah.
Now listen, I thought we were going to do turn it up or turn it off.
Turn it up.
I'm doing turn it off on that one.
Oh, turn it off.
Turn it up.
Sip was up and me and Bill are off.
I
on that
always
one.
turn that one up. I like Hart. I do like Hart.
That's fun.
Turn that up.
Yes.
If you have a good stereo in your car, you're going to turn that up.
Okay. We'll see what happens. Rick, what's happening right now at Sauter Haymon Jewelers?
Sauter Haymon, hey, it's steamy, it's hot, it's summer. Put on some bling for your lady or yourself. We have got Heartland Diamonds over there. Let me tell you, it's the most beautiful diamond you've ever seen. Patented cut, 89 facets. If you don't believe, if you can't see that it's the most beautiful cut diamond you've ever seen, we will throw in a free pair of dollar store readers to make sure you can read. Breakers get 10% off as always. Guys, I can't thank the Breakers enough. I love the Breakers so much. I want to give them something.
Ooh.
There's not a day that goes by that we don't have somebody coming into one of our 3 stores that mentions the show.
The ticket.
I'm not joking. It's
Yell like that
every
too.
day. 10% off all Breakers. Mention the show. Check us out at SauterHaymon.com. Also, check us out at Facebook, Instagram. The Olympics are coming up. We made that gorgeous custom 5-ring Olympic symbol for Jordan Larson. Check that out at Facebook. I will post more interesting factoids about the fabulous Hart and the Wilson sisters on my personal Facebook at Rick Haymon.
Thank you, Rick.
Always good stuff. Thanks for the time. We'll chat with you again
The
next week.
Bassmaster.
Bye-bye.
Rick Haymon's Song of the Day. Again, Straight On by Hart. It's a hit for Sip. It's a miss for me and Bill. Today's Song of the Day. Hour 2 is next on Early Break in the Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Do you need motivation to get to the gym on the weekend or even in general? Tune into the Movement Hour each Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. Movement Academy owner Robert Kuhlman will host the show as he introduces new ways to stay in shape. The Movement Hour every Saturday morning from 10 to 11 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships. One with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road. You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
By now, most of you know how important the Honda of Lincoln sales and service team are to the Lincoln market. Hello, Charlie Stone here, and joining me is Andy Goodyear from Honda of Lincoln to tell you about the great news they just received. Andy, please tell us all about it.
Each year, the Lincoln Journal-Star has an award program called the Lincoln Choice Award, where the customers in Lincoln get to choose the best places to do business. Great pleasure, I get to announce that Honda of Lincoln has won the award for buying new cars, used cars, automotive repair, and even oil changes.
That is amazing, Andy. Any more good news?
Yes, there is, Charlie. We now have more than 100 new Hondas in stock, with hundreds on the way, and a huge selection of all makes and models on our pre-owned lot.
Incredible. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2220.
Easier inside your home with Bryant. Eliminate allergens and odors and control humidity too. For a breath of fresh air, call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Have you been accused of a crime? Is your liberty and freedom at stake? At Liberty Law Group, we are committed to defending the liberty and pursuing justice for those accused. Going to court is stressful, overwhelming, and full of uncertainty. At Liberty Law Group, we carry that burden for you. When legal troubles are keeping you up at night, trust Liberty Law Group to fight your battles. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Don't wait for Lincoln's fireworks stands to open up. Get the good stuff at Roca Crazy Cracker in downtown Roca. Stop in from June 26th through July 4th for the hot spot for rockets and more this Independence Day. Open 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day. Roca Crazy Cracker Fireworks in downtown Roca.
Alcohol has strained our relationship. Drinking too much can cause harm to friends, family members, and loved ones. By drinking less, we will save our relationship. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans, so I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Thursday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on early break. Hour 2, as always, sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC. Location in South Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane, also at 70th and Pioneers. And what does Steve Schindler have going on today in Creighton at Midwest Bank, Bill?
Youth education. Youth education for those 14 and up. Really, if you try to slide someone at age 12, Steve will
14 and up.
Steve will let some other if parents are with him, will help him in. What he has is he's got 6 early 70s pickups lined up outside, out front. And what his education today is, he's going to teach clutch driving and 3 on the tree. Clutch driving and 3 on the tree. Remember 3 on the tree?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Kids these days, they don't know how to drive with the clutch. Everything's automatic. They don't know how to.
They don't. I'm serious about this now.
They don't know. No, they don't know. Have no idea.
I'm guilty of that.
Yeah.
I'm guilty.
You have no idea. So you have to. It's an art. Me and Steve drove a lot of clutches.
Motorcycles and
clutches. But
the same thing.
But yeah, it's a little. I think even the motorcycle is probably a little easier than the vehicle, the truck.
Probably a little
bit. Remember the pickup had the big long one with the knobby on it right there. And you had to kind of find the spot
and find neutral too.
Get a couple of those. And you grind them a little bit.
100.
Oh, and then backing up.
I love the long stick.
The long stick with the
don't find those.
It'd say right on there. First, second, third, fourth, reverse. Remember getting to find reverse over
Hard
here?
to find.
And if you're driving the clutch too, and also you're on a little bit of a hill, and you just have to stop sign or something like that. Or a light you come to. Okay, this will come and roll back a little bit.
Ride the clutch.
You got to be able to ride the clutch a little bit. You got to teach him that. Don't burn the clutch. Every time don't burn the clutch out.
I've always thought that was overrated. Yeah. Greg might weigh in on that, but I learned how to drive a Jeep, so I learned how to drive, thankfully, on a clutch. A Jeep, a CJ5. Back in the day, they were all stick.
Yeah,
stick.
Steve Schindler had a stick. He had a Volkswagen he brought over, and I'd get to drive it. A little.
No kidding.
That was stick, and they learned how to drive.
No
off
kidding.
Of that. So I drive it, and I was like,
so the Volkswagen had a stick.
Had a stick, absolutely. Jake, can you drive one?
No. Stick shift? No. I wish I could drive a stick shift.
You could learn in 10 minutes.
I'd like to learn that. That'd be.
I taught myself at age 14.
It'd be a good life. Could be a good life lesson.
Everyone growing up in our era, and obviously they're older than us too. You had to drive one at some point in time. So you had to have some idea kind of what's going on. So you need to have that. It's a knowledgeable thing. It's education.
Great
idea.
idea.
They have 6 pickups there, and then the old school one, Jake, which is different, was 3 on the tree. You know what that is?
I have no idea what that is.
It's a 3-speed, and the shifting knob was on the like that.
That one I've never driven.
Yeah, that was I only driven one a couple times, but that was a common.
Really rare.
3 on the tree.
Was they rare?
That was rare. Yeah, that was rare. So it was up here, 3 on the tree.
I learned to drive our CJ5 because Bill would understand this. My dad and mom were gone, and I backed the Jeep into the street accidentally, clutch.
Yes.
And I had to get it back in.
Yeah.
So that's how I learned. I was like, I got to get this back in the driveway. So I got to figure this out. And I figured it out. And then I would drive it around the block sometimes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then pretty soon I was like, okay, I could drive this in town.
What approximate age? How old were you?
I was 14.
14.
Yeah.
14.
There was
14.
never a time when you grew up in our era that when your parents were gone, you didn't drive the car around the block. Once you got to about 13 or 14 years old, that was
100
common knowledge that when they left, you got in the car and you drove it. That was, and then we had a little gravel road we drove up down. Then also it's like, you know what?
Let's whip around.
Let's whip around the block one time, see what happens. Because guess what? No one really turned you in. No one said anything. It was just no.
They'd be happy. Some people would be like kind of impressed, like, "Oh, look at little Sipple."
Yeah, exactly. He's doing a pretty good job. Look at him. He's 12 years old. He's driving around.
Driving the car. Driving that big Oldsmobile.
My dad learned to drive that same thing. He's like, well, you could go all of a sudden, up and down the alley. His dad would let him do that, and then guess what he did?
Kept going.
You know what? Nothing's really stopping me. There's no fence here. I can keep right on driving.
It's exhilarating.
Yes. Anything from the text line.
I tried to drive a tractor at Elizabeth's farm in Crofton a couple years
clutch.
ago. It didn't go well with the
clutch.
Yeah, I needed help. I was very confused.
That's okay.
That's a lot.
I was embarrassed and more confused
that's
and embarrassed. I'm like, this is a lot going on here.
You got to get through those initial moments where it's like you think you're ruining the engine.
Yep. I sure thought that was the case.
You just got to keep keep with it. And then, then what happens is, Bill knows this, there's this exhilarating moment where you figure out the clutch.
Oh, when you're whipping in from like second to third, third to fourth, it's
you got it.
Someone right there says, going from second to third shift isn't the best feeling.
Oh, it is.
Of all time.
It's a feeling.
It's exhilarating.
It is. It's a feeling. You kind of feel like you feel the RPMs coming up.
Yep.
And
then you got it. Yeah. Then you got it. Yeah, you hear that motor? Do you hear motorcycles?
I know exactly. I know the sound. I got that sound. I know that sound.
You really hear it with motorcycles.
Yeah, and Steve brought it all about today. He wants to help the youth.
Shindy.
Right there.
He's teaching him now. Does he have multiple teachers?
He has multiple. Yes, he has multiple teachers. He's brought in some farmers.
There's some stress involved in that.
That's stressful.
It is.
First of all,
they'll pop the clutch.
Boom.
Yeah.
Engine's dead. It's all
yeah,
right.
It's
okay.
That's what you did to the tractor. I bet
sure,
you killed it.
I bet you killed it.
The tractor's going to die.
Well, you killed it, probably.
I didn't kill it. I made
well,
a
not
mistake.
literally
It's still alive.
You killed the engine,
Kill the engine.
Yeah.
What's going on in the text line?
We have a lot of response here before I move on from the text line. Someone says I learned on Plymouth 3 on a tree. 3 on tree on a Plymouth.
On the tree.
Let's see. WIB says I learned to drive a 3 on the tree, 72 pickup while hauling hay.
See? That's better times. Wow.
No AI then.
Oh, no.
No.
Listen to some fake Al Michaels while you're doing that? Probably not.
No.
AM radio.
Kelly says, hey, Bill, but guys, my mechanic told me to switch to automatic to save money.
Okay.
That's no fun, though.
No, I mean, that makes sense. It makes sense.
Kellen in Sutherland says, I taught myself on a 1966 Dodge Coronet 3 on the tree, circa 2002.
A lot of 3 on the trees.
A lot of 3 on the trees, yeah.
I never drove it.
But just saying it's cool. Hey, can you drive 3 on the tree? Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Too Ripped to Quit says, I learned on a 65 convertible Mustang 3-speed.
Oh,
no, nice. Oh, God, yes.
Someone says, this is from Jennifer at the Navant Nutrition and Wellness. She says, we made all 5 kids learn on a clutch before they could drive an automatic.
Cool parenting tips. Also tied into FDIC.
Absolutely.
They've tied it into FDIC.
Made all 5 kids do it. It's smart. Because if you can drive a car clutch, you can drive a motorcycle clutch. And if you can drive a motorcycle clutch, you can drive a car clutch.
Absolutely.
It's the same
I agree with that. I agree with
that.
It's
the same principle.
Crowbait says, my brother-in-law gave me a 2-minute crash course on how to drive stick. Second time I ever drove stick, I was driving my new 04 Eclipse home from Columbus, and it's still my daily driver today.
Whoa.
2 minutes crash course.
No, you can do it, Jay.
He's still driving the Eclipse today?
Yep. The 2004 Eclipse, and he's still driving it today.
Thank you.
There's Jake, there's a feel. You could do it. It would take you 5 minutes to learn.
Could someone maybe send in a photo? I'd like to have a photo like the be a 1972 Chevy maybe pickup, and what the
big shift,
the big stick looked like. It was
long.
I can see it.
You're talking like about 3 feet.
3 feet long, Jake. It was like
I know the stick
like
you're
3
talking
feet
about.
long, and you put your hand in, and then you'd ride with that baby right on.
It was
there
cool.
Like that. It was cool. You'd ride with your hand on that. Better times.
Yeah. A lot of people are interested in this. They like that.
Much
the stick
better.
shift.
Yeah, much better times.
Manual.
No AI.
Now we've kind of went overboard there. I know, because we also threw in this also collided with cool parenting all at the same time.
Well,
thank you, Jennifer.
Still. Yeah, Jennifer. Thank you. That is thanks to Steve Schindler at Midwest Bank for always sponsoring Hour 2 on Early Break. 464-5685. Call or text as always. I was reading an article by Steve Sipple of Husker Line on
Sipple.
3. Head up.
This is not better times.
The article was about the effect of social media on athletes.
Mm-hmm.
So I would ask you, based on this, how much does social media affect athletes of all levels? If you talk to Gus Felder, Nebraska's director of football player development, about this.
Well, it was interesting. I mean, I don't. Not everybody thinks of this stuff. And when he was talking about it, it struck me how blunt he was about it. Gus Felder is Nebraska's director of football player development. He was an All-American at Penn State. I don't know if Bill remembers him. He was an All-American. I don't. He was an All-American, or excuse me, All Big Ten in 2001 and 2002. Now, that was before Twitter. That was probably
before X.
4 years before Twitter, X, call it what you want. I think Twitter I think I joined up in 06 or 07, 2006 or 2007. Now, what he says is that for players, it causes a lot of anxiety. He says a lot of pressure is placed on the guys. And I just asked him point blank, what are you talking about? Like, what kind of played Babe in the Woods? I mean, I know essentially what he's talking about, but then he kind of turned it on the media. He turned it right on us. He said, I got to get to it. Oh, he said this. I asked Felder for an example of how social media creates anxiety for the players. And he didn't hesitate. He turned it right on the media. He said, it's all the rankings you guys put on them, how bad you say they're doing. He said, fans have access to them through social media platforms, telling them if they're doing well or not doing well. He said, basically, it's too much immediate access to the players through these platforms. It does a number on some guys.
Yeah, there's everything. When I first read the headline, I thought it was going a little different direction, but because I was thinking also with just the strain of all of the visits, the photo shoots, all those things.
That's true.
That is so much of. I mean, I remember being like at LSU, and it'd be like within like seconds, like, Coach, when will those pictures be available? And I'm like, really?
That was their first question.
Man. It is. It's like all these things that because they're putting it out.
Really?
So they have to. Yeah. So you have to be.
So you were directly involved.
Absolutely, you're involved with it as a recruiting coach. You were involved with, and it was stressful for that part. So they're stressed about what they're putting out for themselves, and then they're stressed on what else is being said about them. So it's double. There's only this percentage of this, where it's 8, 9, it'll be a lower percentage of that. By 2 or 3% of the recruitable athletes are kind of like, I don't care. I'm really good. I'm a 5-star and whatever. The
2 to 3%.
The other ones are in that they're 2 stars, 3 stars, trying to be this, trying to be that. They're going back and forth and trying. There's a lot. So I agree with the pressure being real. And again, remember when you start putting things out, if you're one of those players, and then you don't back it up, or it doesn't go your way, when someone must back it up like you failed, but it's not going your way, you're going to take some shots. And
that's what
Or if there's someone that Nebraska, that Utah really, really wants, and he goes to BYU and he's failing at that school.
Then what?
Then the fan base from Utah will have fun with it,
and it's
they'll be
and
like,
that's rough for the kid.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's rough. Well, here's what Felder said. Gus Felder. He said it's rough on them because they're still maturing, still developing mentally, more so than physically. Some guys can handle what's being said to them. Some guys, they live and die on what's being said about them, negative or positive. See, that's what I need. I just need to hear that sometimes. Just maybe as a reminder that it does affect them. I mean, we're 50-somethings. Jake, you're a 30-something going on 50-something.
And very lean, too. Very lean. He takes care of himself.
But you're not. I'm over it, but I wasn't over it when I was in my 40s. It would bother me. I'd fire back way more, was obnoxious. Go figure.
I remember those days.
Yeah. And now
There's some fights on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. And then I just was like, then it hit me. Everybody is getting it. Like nobody's immune. The most, like Bob Costas gets it hard.
Just listen to any this after any playoff game or a major NFL game. The announcers just get crushed.
Right.
Oh, Romo, idiot. I mean, it's like there's some people that do love him like that, but just but you get crushed. You get crushed. You say one wrong thing or one little slip up, and so everybody, if you're out there, oh wow.
Well, that's what I would tell those kids. Is I tell the players, look, everybody gets it, not just you. Everybody's getting it. Your teammates are getting it. Your coaches are getting it. Yeah. They're getting it hard. The journalists are getting it too. Everybody's getting it. So what I realize is, who cares? Yeah. It's just a bunch of noise. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. But it's hard to tell a teenager that,
Yeah. So that pressure is real.
It is.
But sometimes, with that being said, they bring some of it on themselves because they're out there all the time on their own social media.
Yeah, get off.
And they're posting and doing things. So that's going to, sometimes you do lead yourself down a path.
Yes, if you are active in posting photos, videos, or just going back and forth with people, that's on you. Yeah. That's on you.
But there is so much truth to it and I'm with Sip on this one. Earlier on in my career, I would look at some things on what was being said.
Mm-hmm.
The last 15, not at all.
Yeah.
I have no idea even what the fan page was at LSU, and we had a ton of success. But I'm sure there's things probably said that weren't great. And there's no but it is true. If you don't read it, you have no idea. You have no idea that
and
it's
it doesn't
there.
matter.
It doesn't really matter. No, it doesn't matter. And it's also also the thing that can get you is you can have like one person can make one comment on Twitter, and you're just like, whoa. It's like, hang on, it's one. There's no chance. I mean, there's people that hate our show.
Right.
There's people that's like absolutely despise our show and would probably they probably say it on air or on Twitter or whatever,
wherever it is,
which is fine. Right. But if you read that every day, like that part of things,
it'd wear you out.
It'd wear you out.
It'd wear you out.
So he's
Gus Felder.
You nailed it, Steve. You nailed the article.
Gus Felder. Well, Gus Felder nailed it. Now he did bring in another element to the conversation, what was interesting, which is these camps. And he has kids in these camps, Gus Felder and his wife. And he says that they want likes. He says, you go to a summer camp, me and my wife are doing it, he said, and the kids want everything recorded for them right away. You were in that world. And he says, forget about how well they did in the drill. They run to you and say, do you have the video? So their focus is off what's most important. They're not worried about getting better. They're worried about what video they can post so people can have access to them and give them likes. It's so much about likes. And we all kind of do that,
We're
right?
guilty of that.
Yeah, we all kind of do it. And that's not better times that we run to some social media platform and see how many likes there are. That's not better times.
It's pretty sad, honestly. It's
sad.
It's kind of sad.
It is.
It's sad.
It is.
That and posting pictures of your meal.
Eaten before it. Sip does after the meal, though.
Yeah, after the meal, which is I appreciate that I just carnage some ribs.
Look at
but the one that just
I wasn't thinking.
Yeah, that there's like I said, now all of a sudden I'm going on my tangent like that. The meal and then the so blessed.
I am freaked out by the meal thing.
The meal thing.
When I'm eating with somebody, and it happens quite a bit.
Phone eats first.
There'll be 20 on there today.
They'll say phone eats first.
The phone eats first.
Yes.
I'm like, why do you got to do that?
It's terrible.
Why?
Yeah. Come on.
The picture
Just
of the meal.
Eat the damn food.
Look at my Twitter thing. You won't see any meals on there. You'll never see them.
Just the one after meal you sent us in the group chat.
It was a group chat. Yeah. After I ate a barbecue plate.
But the pre-meal, I'm just like the phone. Yeah, that's why. That's what. And people think. Hope I get some likes about this prime rib. Really?
Why?
Really?
Why do you need that?
Never one time last night when my food came, and I'm like going, hang on real quick. Give me my phone.
I got to post it on Twitter real quick.
You're not like that. Yeah. You're not like that.
If you're
so
one of those
blessed.
people, reevaluate yourself.
So blessed.
So blessed is but that's the worst. So blessed. Shut up.
I send pictures of my personal life.
Speaking of
so blessed.
Before we get to break, speaking of blessed, you know who is blessed? Scott Miller, Lincoln Industries. He could be the governor and the mayor of Nebraska.
Simultaneous
at the same time. All about also being at Lincoln Industries. He does everything.
Yes.
That was an amazing use of simultaneous.
Simultaneous.
You are growing in your job right now.
Thank you, Steve.
You are growing.
He's getting better at work.
Simultaneous, Scott?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
How about that?
Good job.
He works at Lincoln Industries, and you can too. It's a great place to work. They got all available. All shifts are hiring right now at Lincoln Industries.
They're all hiring.
LincolnIndustries.com. Check it out today. You can work for a man that could be the governor and mayor at the same time.
Simultaneously. He's the two-legged stool. That's what he's running.
Himself.
He's running the state of Nebraska and Lincoln Industries. How incredible is that?
And Lincoln Industries is hiring all shifts.
All shifts.
All shifts
nice
are
to
hiring.
hear.
They are rolling right now. And also, Scott has downplayed this right now, but it's been approved. It's not up, but it's been approved. There will be a statue of Scott outside of Lincoln Industries.
Oh, God.
There will be a statue of Scott outside.
Life size?
Life size. Actually, larger than life size.
In a suit?
What's that? In a suit.
In a suit.
In a suit. Yes.
Ooh.
When is the unveiling? Can we be part of the? We want to be a part of the unveiling.
It's going to be next spring.
Next spring.
March 31st.
We'll be there for the Scott Miller
Is there a March
statue
31st?
unveiling.
Is there?
There is March 31st.
There is.
That's a real date.
That's a real day.
That's a real date.
When I said it, I thought, I go, hang on a second.
If you said February 31st.
Yeah, that'd been bad.
No, that doesn't exist, Bill.
It doesn't exist.
Okay, we'll look forward to the unveiling.
Next
Simultaneous Scott. Thank you
Check
for
this.
leading Lincoln in the state.
And Lincoln Industries.
He might dabble as a senator, too, if he gets some free time.
Apply today at LincolnIndustries.com. Bill's Thrills, cool parenting tips Thursday next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring for heavy equipment operators and a heavy equipment mechanic. Working at Gaina Trucking is a great career with excellent team culture, with benefits package including competitive pay based on experience, health, vision, and dental insurance, and a 401k plan. If you're looking for a new job as a heavy equipment operator or mechanic, apply online at GainaTrucking.com or call 402-794-5000. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking. Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company with a passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and air park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln. At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through June 30th, they have a special deal for ticket listeners only. Tell the Meat Market you'd like to try out their fresh pork and bacon patties. When you do that, you'll get 10 6-ounce patties for just $10 with a limit of 10. You must mention this and the ticket to get the deal. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Vanderbilt.
Have you been accused of a crime? Is your liberty and freedom at stake? At Liberty Law Group, we are committed to defending the liberty and pursuing justice for those accused. Going to court is stressful, overwhelming, and full of uncertainty. At Liberty Law Group, we carry that burden for you. When legal troubles are keeping you up at night, trust Liberty Law Group to fight your battles. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Drinking and driving causes serious harm to friends, family members, and loved ones. In 2021, 65 people were killed in Nebraska by a car crash involving a drunk driver. Do not drink and drive. By drinking less, you can still be here for your loved ones. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Do you need motivation to get to the gym on the weekend or even in general? Tune into the Movement Hour each Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. Movement Academy owner Robert Kuhlman will host the show as he introduces new ways to stay in shape. The Movement Hour every Saturday morning from 10 to 11 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. We'll see a chance of showers and storms throughout the day, otherwise mostly cloudy with the high around 86. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms are likely with the low around 69. And tomorrow, continued chance of showers and storms, otherwise mainly sunny with the high around 91. I'm meteorologist Kyle Hutt from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Coach Bill Busch. You all know my passion for Nebraska. Having coached all over the country, I can honestly say there is no place like Nebraska. You know where there's also no place like? Midwest Bank. Midwest Bank has proudly served Nebraska for over 70 years, and they're located in 9 different communities. Midwest Bank is ready, willing, and able to meet all your personal, business, and agriculture needs. Your community, your bank, and mine, Midwest Bank. Find out more at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why?
Because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela, they let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and right now they are offering huge, and I mean huge discounts at Koppel. Get over $9,000 off list price or 1.9% financing on select Sierras or Silverados. Plus, Costco members receive another $1,000 off. Yes, that's happening right now in Louisville. $9,000 off list price or 1.9% financing. You pick what works for you. Costco members, please contact us at the store or at koppelcars.com. All deals with approved credit must trade and finance.
Anybody who knows me knows I was cocky out of the womb.
Is Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We will get to Bill's Thrills in a second. Before that, quick plug for our friends in Holdridge. Score One Smoking Barbecue Rubs and Sauces. It is that time to grill every day if you can. Why not grill every day and be loaded up with Score One Smoking Rubs
He
and
should put
Sauces?
you on the label.
Doing that. Right there. Score one. That's what I did, Chris.
Bill Busch.
He's in my phone as Chris Brisket. He's in my phone. I can show it to you right now. He's in my phone as Chris Brisket.
Why?
You know why?
Why?
That's because that's what he does.
Brisket.
He's heading down to Council Bluffs on the 5th. On the 5th. So last night we
He's going to Council Bluffs?
we have our conference call like today, whatever. But we have our conference text mostly with Chris yesterday. We just talked barbecue last night, and we just talked some. We always just keep in touch several times a week. But Wednesday's a day that we always catch up.
Day.
Yeah, it's catch up day at time. We just catch up on. I want to know where he's going, what he's promoting. He's always at a celebration or a competition. He's doing this every weekend. He's a dude. It's incredible what he does as far as feeding the masses, and then his skill set is ridiculous. This could be you. That could be you on the grill. He's got YouTube
Chris
videos.
Brisket.
Yeah, Chris Brisket. Watch him operate.
He's a great name to be quoted.
And then what he's using in competition is what you have access to.
Do
Rubs
you
and sauces.
Do you?
Rubs and sauces.
Really?
Sauces I'm good with. I don't know rubs well enough.
Well, that's
So
something for you to do.
I need to educate myself on rubs. And that's going to be something that's going to happen
Would
this
Sharon
weekend.
know that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. She would know that. Yes.
Tamara
would know that. Shindaddy.
I was
would
looking
know
at
that.
Chris Brisket on Facebook yesterday. We're friends.
Uh-huh.
They got a brand new rub. They got a new brisket rub, the Brawler brisket rub as of yesterday.
That sounds
The
good.
Brawler.
That's a good
That-
name.
Brawler
that's a
brisket
good
rub
name.
from Score One
gotta say,
Smoking.
that's a good
Score
name.
one. Is it score two?
It's Score One.
One.
Do it.
Put Bill on the label. That's it right there. Score One
That's a great label.
Smoking.com.
It'd be a great label.
They'll ship countrywide.
Thank
If you're
you,
in
Chris
Maine, get
Brisket.
some. Yeah.
It is in my phone. It's Chris
Chris
Brisket.
Brisket.
Yeah.
By the way, before Bill's Thrills on YouTube, regarding the last thing we talked about, Scott Miller, mayor, governor, Tiger Shark says Bill Busch for senator.
Now, I would like to get involved in that. Let's get me. I would like to.
I don't know if it would be that bad. Yeah, you'd need counsel on some things.
Counsel.
You need counsel.
Bill's heading to D.C. That'd be incredible.
You're very common sense oriented, so you'd probably be a misfit in Washington.
I would.
You'd be sorely out of place in that world because you do think in a common sense way.
To wrap that, tell me again. You're at the Lincoln Country Club. You're with Trixie, and you see Harvey Perlman. What's he say to you?
Simple, a little out of context.
That'd be me. That'd be me in DC. Hey,
Busch, a little out of context
here. Where's that Sipple and Jake at?
Patrinka has volunteered to be your campaign manager.
Okay, see,
that would be nice.
We have a chance here.
Patrinka.
I know some things about government because I watched cartoons when I was young, and it's only a bill. Sitting here on Capitol Hill, and they talk to how a bill gets passed. So
I'm sure there's videos of that.
Yes, and it ties with me, Bill. It all ties in together.
It does.
Someone says live remote from DC.
That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Bill with the president.
Bring him over, Bill.
Bring him over.
Come on. Let's sit down here.
God, I'll tell you what, we're getting somewhere now.
Now
guys.
we're getting somewhere.
Now we're getting somewhere finally.
By the way, Brad, that would be Jennifer's husband
from Novotny Nutrition and Wellness.
He said, "How about a knob on the steering wheel?" Bill talked about the 3 on the tree.
Yeah, that was common in pickups. Silver knob.
Silver knob.
It's usually right. Yeah. Whipper, and that's how you turned.
Yeah, those are sweet. Those are sweet. Knob on the steering wheel.
Yeah. Bill, you already have a vote from Mothball for your senatorship.
Thank you, Mothball.
Senatorship.
Yeah.
Imagine I had to watch senators here. Imagine you guys had to watch.
There's a lot of boring things you'd have to address.
There would be a lot of things. There'd be some fun stuff, though.
You can make them more exciting, possibly.
There's a lot of bills that you would have to deal with that it would bore you to tears.
Hey, Bill, who in Columbus?
Bert
says regarding your last day, says, if anyone said to me they hate your show, them's is fighting words right there.
Oh, Bird, how about that?
Bird's sticking up for us. Thanks, Bird supporter.
Bird has our back.
That's right.
Yeah.
Bird has our back.
Has our back.
Does Corey have our back?
I didn't see Corey on that one.
Yeah.
Just Bird backing us up.
Appreciate that.
Thanks, guys. Let's get to Bill's Thrills here on a Thursday. Here we go.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
Is it gonna be bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. Have you seen? I sent it to you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
Yes, as always, Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the cash cows of Lincoln. Call them at 402-730-7387 to plan your free consultations for your financial future today. Thursday, Sip, is cool parenting tips for Bill.
Okay.
Well, this
lock in.
Hand to God, I picked this out yesterday. And then we had a visitor yesterday too, but they'll hit on it a little bit later. But I had this picked out yesterday. Cool parenting tips, and it's I guess it's just knowledge, respect, everything to it. Everyone here teaches their kids great things, but the one thing that stands out to me because I'm infatuated with it is treasure the trash. Treasure the trash. And you commented earlier. I have an infatuation and respect for the trash man.
Oh, that's why you said to shut up.
Told
me to shut up.
No, he did, yeah.
Well, did I say shut up? I don't think I said shut up.
Maybe not shut up. Maybe it wasn't that.
But I have. So I saw him yesterday. I met Jake here earlier, about 5:20 out here.
Yes.
And they were just picking up things, and I am so enamored with the work ethic and what goes on with the guys that pick up garbage. And sometimes it's viewed not great, and that is completely wrong.
That's garbage.
That's garbage because the work that they do and the work that gets done, and talk about weather, they're out there 50 below, riding on the back of a truck. Riding on the back of a truck.
God bless them.
Bless them. 100 degrees outside, where they at? Riding on the back of a truck. How about when it's raining?
That's still super cool.
Still super cool. And how they one-hand that baby, and they're leaning out.
Still see it.
And watch him whip out. And they
probably
throw it
illegal.
In.
I mean, it's
probably is. Probably is.
But they get a pass.
They get a pass.
They should.
They're some of the coolest people in the world. When I walk Sugar, they'll stop and they all know her. They come over and they pet Sugar. A couple times I've had a bag full of poop. Like, hey, whip it in here. You're fine. They don't care.
No kidding.
Yeah, no, they're awesome.
No kidding.
They stop and talk to you. They're like, hey, they wave to you. Oh, there was a time when I was in college. I knew a man that ran a refuse. Is that right? Business.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
I think so.
I think that's right.
Refuse.
And I kind of go, this would be a good job. Work, it's early morning.
5
work,
to noon.
5 to noon. So that early job. He goes, you want no part of this. You have no idea how hard this is. You want no part of this. That's the difficulty of what's going on with it. But I have respect for every city worker and all the different things. But my respect for the trash man.
I couldn't agree more.
And when I see them, when they pull up, I go out and talk to them. Now that I have a hard time we have recycling. I talk to them more than I do the other guys because when they come they're there like at 5 a.m. at our house.
Mm-hmm.
And so they whip by and stuff.
Did you hear that? You hear it. They're there.
And then they crush it.
Yep. Yeah, that's a cool sound.
Oh, I tell you what.
The crushing is
it's a cool sound. And like you said, see, when you see him riding on the back of that bad boy, it's so sweet. And they roll.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not kind of like going, I don't know, should we get the trash can? Watch them go.
Jump. They jump off.
They jump off. They jump off.
Because they got to move fast.
My respect for them is high. Teach your kids that. And stop and talk to them when you get a chance.
Yeah, I don't do that. That's a good idea. Thank you for that.
We had a visitor. Jason was a refuse worker. Yeah.
And so when he came in yesterday, I said, hand to God, I had this selected already. We talked to him yesterday when Jason came in and talked to him. Yes.
Yeah, and he had that funky cards.
The little cards like that. He came in to say he liked the show.
That's all he wanted to do.
Jason was a great
dude.
dude.
A smoothie? You know what to say he liked the show.
You know what he was? He was a spirit animal.
He was.
Did he change our spirit?
Yes.
We're just standing there. Also, he comes and goes, hey, so let you guys know I love the show. Who are you? I'm just Jason.
I was struck by him too.
Yeah.
That was amazing. They did send you off.
It did
on your day and a good
anything from
note.
the text line, Jake?
From the text line 402-464-5685. Jason in Ravenna says 28 years of picking up trash. Thank you, Bill.
Oh God,
Ravenna.
28
Wayne
years.
in from Ravenna.
Yeah. I would like to see some guys drive by and honk at us. Maybe tomorrow.
Did you know some twins? One named Cheryl. All right, keep going.
Keep going. Get out of Ravenna.
Sanderson says, I hauled garbage for the city of Fairbury back in the day. Winters are awful. Dumpsters are frozen to the ground, and snow is not cleared when the garbage man goes out.
Yeah, that's real work.
Hard work.
Yeah.
Real work.
I praise him.
I
praise him.
East Lincoln West says, our garbage guys are the best. Always love talking to them when they come by.
Yeah, I always make sure too that I have all my stuff. If I have something outside that they're going to pick up, it's bundled up right and stuff. Don't be a clown to them. Just throw stuff out there. Hey, they'll pick it up.
Yeah.
No, have your stuff organized when they come to pick it up.
Good for you. You know, that's a profession that hasn't changed since we were kids. It's
no,
the same thing.
With trash being picked up 30, 40 years ago, it looks the same way.
Trucks kind of the same.
Like that.
Dudes riding on the back.
When you see a truck, it doesn't like that. You should have seen a truck when I was a kid. No, it looks about the same.
Pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same.
No reason to change. It's
much
good the way it is.
God,
someone says I set out an ice cold case of Gatorade for the garbage man every time.
Wow,
ice cold case of Gatorade.
That's beyond going up above and beyond. Good job.
That is nice. Thank you.
Jesse in Milford says I talk with the trash guy almost every time they're out there.
Yeah, they're fun. They're great guys.
Good.
They're fun to talk to.
He says they are good dudes.
Yeah.
Trash
hard workers.
Yeah.
Cough Dog from Northeast Lincoln says once a month I greet them with Gatorade and donuts. Better times.
Better times. God, it is.
This is an example, though, that the better times have lasted.
It is.
It hasn't changed that much.
No, it hasn't.
God bless.
And you always left money for them too, like at Christmas time. They got to do it.
I've never done that. I should be more mindful.
Jake was laughing about something.
No, yeah, this goes back to Bill as the senator here for a second. Someone says Bill would have the president whipping fat out the window in no time.
In no time, absolutely, just whip it out the window.
Come on, Prez.
I'm totally okay with that.
I would. Well,
wonder who the president would be.
Yeah. Oh, who would it be? Just so you guys know, I have spent time in the Oval Office.
Yes, you have.
I have spent time.
Who was president?
Trump.
Oh boy.
Yes, I was there with him. So if I get called to the Oval Office, I know my way around.
Yeah, and it could be Trump again.
Could be Trump again.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill, good to see you again.
Yeah, it might be good to see you.
Good to
Remind
see
us the guy that had the cell phone at the office. Hey, baby,
Bags.
guess where I'm at.
That's
Hey, baby,
bags.
guess where I'm at.
Hey, baby,
That's one of the
not gonna
best-
be where I'm at.
That's the best thing ever.
I wish I could
Hey,
see it.
baby, guess where I'm at.
On a flip phone. Get tackled by 6 Secret Service agents.
I need to see the footage of this. I can see it in my head, but I want to see the actual thing. Hey, babe, guess what I'm at?
In the Oval Office.
How old is this guy?
78. 78 years old.
Hey, baby. That's
Oh,
awesome.
better times.
He got tackled.
Better
That's
times.
much better.
in the Oval Office. I was standing no more than 6 feet from the President of the United States when it happened.
That's amazing.
What did he say about this?
He laughed. He laughed his ass off. Yeah.
Come on, bags.
Hey, baby.
Guess where I'm at.
Better times.
That is Bill's Thrill, sponsored by
That was a
Dirk
good
Scott and Ty at Mid Plains Advisors. Let's play the game show.
Yes.
464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. Speaking of better times, Throwback Thursday to 1974.
Oh, we're gold. We're gold. Yeah, good luck to any caller today.
Songs.
Because this is where we're
Songs from 74.
We got a couple
Whatever.
songs for sure.
No, we do.
We got some songs.
Oh, that we
Presidents.
get pretty bold.
at. Okay, just name. Good luck.
I think you'll get the songs right today.
Good luck to
Everybody
everybody.
Kissinger.
464-5685. Shut Up Simple starts right
Nixon.
now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by
This could be
Bagels
tough.
and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the Nick Down Sip and Bill in trivia. They feel very good about 1974 trivia today, but guess
Not
what?
now when I see the caller.
Yeah, now we're
caller-
It just got interesting.
Yeah.
Scheduling. Scheduling.
Yeah,
Our
it's scheduled.
callers are from the Baldwin Shop, Chris and Brad. Gentlemen, I'm sure you feel good about 1974 today.
Oh, a great year. A great year. Oklahoma wins the national championship. Nebraska, I think, ends up about number 7. And good. Coach, better times.
Better times.
Wow.
Elvis. I think Elvis Peacock was a halfback on the wishbone. I think.
Actually, Coach, in 74, it was Joe Washington.
Was it Joe? Okay. Incredible
Yes.
player.
Joe Washington. All right.
Chris, good to hear your voice. Good to hear your voice.
Hey, you guys, one quick thing.
Okay. Yeah,
Our
you're good.
I've always said our garbage guys are the hardest working guys in Lincoln. They're up when it's 10 below or when it's 100 degrees out.
Yep.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
You guys are hard
Today.
workers too
Yes,
over there.
that's right.
You guys get toilet paper down on the roads.
We saw it. We saw it live here
Let's
a week
roll.
ago. It was great. All right, Chris, first question to you. Bill, a lifeline for Sip for one as always. Chris, what 1974 movie features 2 siblings that visit their grandfather's grave along with 3 of their friends and are attacked by a family of cannibalistic psychopaths?
Oh, Jake, you know what? I must have missed that one.
I think everybody did.
I don't think so.
We're just going to throw it out there. Night of the Living Dead.
Ooh,
No.
that's what I was going to throw out.
So
We'll pass.
you're gonna
We'll pass.
Be the Texas Chainsaw
Okay.
Massacre.
Yes.
Texas Chainsaw
No, that's
Massacre.
popular. That's
Yes,
popular.
it is popular.
You're
You're
good,
right. But I
Jake.
didn't know how that got going. I had no idea.
Well, now you know.
Now I
Now
know.
you know.
Now we know the storyline. Thank you.
0-0.
I got to lock in.
Yeah.
Okay, first question, Sip, for you. What beer introduced the slogan "Tastes great, less filling" in 1974?
Layup.
Yeah, I got to say that's Miller Lite.
Absolutely.
Oh, hang on. Sorry. That's the wrong button.
Whoa,
That's the wrong
whoa,
button.
Whoa.
I pushed the wrong
Yeah,
button.
Yeah.
That's correct. Miller Lite,
Yes.
1-0 lead. Sorry. You were correct there. Back over to you, Chris. To tie it up, your last question. We have a song today. Lower the music here. What band sang this song?
Why are we lowering the music? We haven't even played it
I'm
yet.
lowering the
That makes no
Simple
sense.
music here. What band sang this song from 1974?
I don't have to run around. I don't have to stay out all night. 'Cause I got me a sweet loving woman.
Oh.
Come on, sing it, Bill.
Right. But my baby, she's all right.
Oh.
That song Some Kind of Wonderful. Chris, what band sang that
Layup.
for the tie from 1974?
That would be Grand Funk Railroad.
Good job, Chris.
Nice
Would
job.
be correct.
Nice job.
So we had Heart today, and then we had Grand Funk Railroad. Some kind of wonderful.
All right, 1-1.
And it's music for you, and Bill is in play
Nice.
here.
This is
So
good. This will be
for
a
the win to take down Chris and Brad. Last question. What band sang this song from 1974?
Oh,
Good
God.
loving.
It just a layup.
Thank you.
Just stop.
You gonna sing it?
Yeah.
Oh, what a song. Say, just a baby. Ain't seen nothing
First
yet.
album I ever had.
Oh,
First one.
not
Yeah.
a good
Oh, I
sign
had
for
it.
Chris and Brad. Then.
Got in a fight with Adam, threw it at him, and cracked it.
What would be that band?
That's
Is it
BTO.
Is it
Bachman
BTO for the win?
Overdrive. Is that Fragile?
Not fragile.
Not Fragile.
Not fragile.
Chris will get you a peg and a coffee.
Winners!
Yep. Calling on the road, guys. Good try this morning. Good hearing from you.
Hey, great game, you guys. The better men won.
Oh,
I know
that's
about
nice.
that. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris and
Thank
Brad.
you, Chris and Brad. Have a good day.
Great to hear from you
Great to
guys. Ooh, look at the tour.
All right. Tiebreaker for you guys. Bill, except we go over under Bill's number here. What was the cost of a gallon of gas in 1974?
We should get this close.
74
cents?
No,
you said
49 cents.
Oh, over. I'll go over.
Barely. 53 cents.
Oh,
It was a
okay.
good guess.
Yes,
Good guess.
really good guess.
53 cents. You're right there,
Really
Bill.
good guess.
Proper guess.
Wow, that was the height of my life, pretty much. 74.
I'm gonna with you.
I was 8 or 9. It was
People always thought like they'll ask me to do like you guys would go back to like your childhood and high school. Like absolutely
100.
And I would and someone would say, would you change anything? Not really.
Not
I'll
really.
give it the same.
No,
I know
I
I
wouldn't.
wish we'd have won some more games or this happened. But if someone said you have one option, I'll just go back to the exact same thing again.
Up to 17, I'm good.
Yeah.
Then it goes a little awry.
Back when you were putting gas in your car, that was back when gas was behind the
Yeah. Oh,
behind-
yeah.
the
Yeah, clip the thing down.
spring loaded behind the license plate.
Or you just go to somewhere who they did it for you.
Oh, absolutely.
Which-
That talk about better
Phillips
times.
66.
Better
yeah.
times.
It was a big when it changed over when you started pumping your own gas. I was probably about high school or
Yeah.
something of that nature.
Yep.
I remember me and Chris Pujols got gas.
Yep.
And then Lisa Reimers was chasing us around town and we're like going, yeah, I know. Here we see you honking like that. What is she whatever? It was like, hey, you guys didn't pay.
Oh, no.
You didn't pay. That was the thing that she was honking for. She said, I need to pay for that. Whoops. Forgot that. That's a whoopsie. Yeah. Because back then you just flipped the bad boy on. You just flipped it on like
Filled
that.
it up.
Filled it up. Yeah. Filled it up. And then you went in and paid. That's what you did. God, it was better times.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Remember how you pull it out the side? You had to slide it back over. That's you slid the little thing. That's what turned it on. And then then manually it all go to zeros. Ding, 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 and then dink up to all manual zeros.
And then you
Ding,
go
ding,
in
ding.
and they'd have like a peanut dispenser.
Yes.
Come on.
Beer nuts.
Yeah, beer nuts.
Beer nuts. Yeah. Because, hey, do you want a roller dog? Didn't have them.
No.
And then,
But they had a peanut dispenser.
and candy bars too. Usually, salted nut roll and Bing. I mean salted nut roll and Twin Bing. That was it.
Take the salted nut roll.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the best. Spillover is next on early break in the
We're
ticket.
spilling over.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today. Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company with a passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and air park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries. Without a strong IT partner, your business ends up overspending, underperforming, wearing too many hats, complicating your work, and more. Applied Connective Technologies can help with experts in every facet of technology. If it plugs in, powers on, or charges up, they're your people. Imagine being able to call one team for all your technology solutions rather than a village of vendors and providers. For all your needs in managed IT and cybersecurity, phone systems, physical security, infrastructure, and audio or video, head to appliedconnective.com to better your business today. Gaina Trucking is hiring for heavy equipment operators and a heavy equipment mechanic. Working at Gaina Trucking is a great career with excellent team culture, with benefits package including competitive pay based on experience, health, vision, and dental insurance, and a 401k plan. If you're looking for a new job as a heavy equipment operator or mechanic, apply online at gainatrucking.com or call 402-794-5000. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking.
Drinking and driving causes serious harm to friends, family members, and loved ones. In 2021, 65 people were killed in Nebraska by a car crash involving a drunk driver. Do not drink and drive. By drinking less, you can still be here for your loved ones. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
All right, it's time for Final Jeopardy. It's been a tight contest today that all comes down to this final question. No summer picnic or family get-together or trip to the lake is complete without this particular item. Let's go first to Bob.
What is beer?
No, that's not it. Think about the kids. Over to you, Farley.
What is corn on the cob?
Tough to grill that on a boat. Wrong again. Grace, this time for the win.
What is Bure's cheese spread?
We have a winner! Bure's cheese spread, available in most local grocers in Nebraska.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why?
Because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela, they let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover. Just myself, Jake Sorensen, and Steve Sipple for this one. Raph and AD are out today. I think Raph's in Alabama. AD is in St. Louis.
St. Louis.
I think AD is back tomorrow. However, so we'll have him in studio with us. But okay, we did address the NBA draft earlier, and you were upset with my take on it that I didn't really know anybody. I'm looking right now.
I was just upset, sort of, with your lack of enthusiasm and almost mocking tone about it.
Well, I'm looking at now again. I am not an NBA expert or insider.
No, you're an anti-NBA person. Just say it like it is, Jake.
Semi anti-NBA. Semi. I'm looking at the top 10 picks.
Just be real with us, please.
The top 10 picks.
Okay.
I had heard of maybe three of the players.
Okay.
Three. I had not heard of Reed Shepherd. I didn't know that from Kentucky. I didn't know him.
I really didn't either.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't know the top three picks of Zachary Rizachet from France. Alex
I think it's
Sarr.
Rizachet.
Rizachet.
Yeah.
Alex Sarr. I didn't know Reed Shepherd from Kentucky. That's my fault, I guess.
Alex Sarr. You didn't know the second.
Did not know Alex Sarr from
Frenchman.
France. Did not know him. Power forward. Reed Shepherd, didn't know him. Stephon Castle, yeah, I heard of him from UConn.
Remember him in the national title game?
I
Do you remember him in the national
did. He was
title?
great. Ron Holland II, never heard of him. Went 5th overall to the Pistons. Tijane Salon from France. There was 3 French players in the top 6 of the draft. Never heard of him. Donovan Klingon, yes, UConn. We've heard of Donovan. He's a very good big man there.
Headed to Portland.
Rob Dillingham, never heard of him from Kentucky.
Come on. Now, Dillingham, you should have known.
I didn't watch a lot of Kentucky basketball.
I mean, you'd say to me, well, why would you know Dillingham and not
the Reed Shepherd,
right,
who went 3rd overall?
Because I hear Alex and Dominic, grandsons, talk about Dillingham.
Okay, number 9, of course, Zach Edey. Yes, we know Zach Edey well. And 10, I did not know Cody Williams at Colorado.
I didn't either.
So we're going with 2 players in the top 10 I'd heard of. Now
you know
that's part user error, not following the draft, not following international basketball. But it's also the fact you don't have. I mean, people have been saying this is a not a very good draft. That's been the talk about. This is a very uninteresting, uninspiring draft.
I would say maybe uninspiring, not uninteresting, because I'm really interested in Edey, and I'm really interested in Dalton Connect. I'm really interested in Khalil Ware, the 15th pick by Miami, the Indiana center.
That's my team,
right? So I'm
not happy with that.
No,
pick.
I wouldn't be either. Unless he just wasn't enjoying himself in Indiana. He was a bad body language guy. Now he averaged, I'm going to say 15.9 points and 10 rebounds. He had good numbers. I looked him up last night. I think if you looked him up, you'd see that's about exactly on 16 points, 10 rebounds. That's good numbers. And he's 7-footer, long 7-footer, and is very skilled, but he just didn't seem very into it.
So what I struggle with him is that he was coached by an NBA coach. Mike Woodson is an NBA coach. He was successful with the Hawks and Knicks. Now he's obviously in college. And I don't think it went well in Indiana for Ware. Again, 15th overall pick, very talented. He's a freak athlete. He's a good athlete.
He's a really good athlete.
In Miami, you've got a culture there. Eric Spoelstra, they develop very well. They develop players extremely well. So if he's got an attitude problem,
they'll whip him into shape.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Well,
yeah.
Then the picture looks really good because of what we've established. He is a great athlete. He's got great skill, basketball skill. They probably look at him and say, we'll take him to another level. Connect is an interesting story. The 17th pick
to the Lakers.
Yeah.
Like that pick.
Yeah. Connect will be a very good NBA player because his offensive arsenal is so good. I'm not a Tennessee basketball fan. I didn't watch Connect that much, but I watched him enough to know, wow, He is aggressive on the offensive end, and he has a wide array of skills. He can go tomahawk dunk it. He can shoot threes. Look at his 3-point percentage.
Oh, he's a stud.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
His 3-point percentage I think it's like 38, 39%. Again, double check it out there, but I looked at it last night. He can shoot the three. He can shoot the mid range, and he can get to the rim. That's a great pick for the Lakers.
We will have the second round today. Usually it's both rounds same night. They trying to follow the NFL's example for viewership. We got the first round last night, second round tonight. So also before we get out of here, some Husker news. I already told you earlier that Dawson Merritt committed to Alabama over Nebraska.
I'm glad you mentioned
some potential good news for Nebraska. We mentioned a couple days ago that Brian Tapu committed to Oregon State. As of last night, he decommitted from Oregon State.
Oh, really?
He was thought to be a Nebraska lean before his commitment to the Beavers. As of 9 hours ago, he officially decommitted from Oregon State. We will see if Nebraska comes into play.
You know what would be
for
nice?
His commitment.
You know what would be nice, Jake? Sorry to interrupt you. That if Tapu would enter our realm, that would also mean Tonu Finoti re-enters our realm because he coaches Tapu. I'd love to see. I like it personally because I'd call up Tonu and be able to reconnect with him.
Have him on the show.
We could get Finoti on the show. I don't know how media oriented he is. He was never very media oriented as a player. But all time, I mean, you know this.
Pancake man.
One of the all time best Nebraska offensive linemen, and that's saying something. Finoti and Dom Raiola together. How about that?
That'd be
How about that?
Glory days. Back in the good old days. So again, Brian Tapu announces decommitted from Oregon State after committing a couple days ago. We'll see if Nebraska is the team he ends up with, but we will follow that today and tomorrow. We'll give you an update when we hear more on that. That is it for us. The Drive with Raf, AD, and Amon Green is next for Steve Sipple and Bill Busch. I am Jake Sorensen. We will see you tomorrow.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the defense of liberty for those accused and the pursuit of justice for those injured. Liberty Law Group